He done did it. Governor Ron DeSantis has said something so damn racist that Tim Scott had to speak up for black people. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the Twilight Zone. Let's go to it. First video.
As a country founded upon freedom, greatest deprivation of freedom was slavery. There's no silver lining in freedom, in slavery. The truth is that anything you can learn, that any benefits that people suggest you had during slavery, you would have had as a free person. What slavery was really about separating families, about mutilating humans, and even raping their wives. It was just devastating. So I would hope that every person in our country, and certainly running for president, would appreciate that. And listen, people have bad days. Sometimes they regret what they say, and we should ask them again to clarify their positions.
Senator Tim Scott says people have bad days. We should ask them to clarify. Ron DeSantis clarified. It was a clarification he provided when he decided to support the actions of his own appointed school board in Florida that decided to adopt a curriculum that mandated teachers to teach that slavery provided benefit to black people. So here's Tim Scott, all right? In the ultimate Massa done gone too far now move by trying to explain, well, you know, it's not right, and maybe he needs to clarify what he meant. Sir, I can remind you what the man said. Here it is.
The new standards say Florida students should be taught about the harsh conditions slaves endured, but also about how slaves developed skills, which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit.
They're probably going to show some of the folks that eventually parlayed being a blacksmith into doing things later in life.
That was an explanation that he provided, Senator. Now, I know you're trying to run this campaign of, I don't see color. America's not a racist nation, all contrary to truth. And as I said before, you cannot change what you fail to acknowledge. That's why you would be a feckless leader. And let's not act as if you did not co-sign on this foolishness leading up to this point. It has been your apologist attitude toward the Republican Party and their racism that has allowed this to permeate without challenge, dear brother. At least individuals like myself, you may not agree with me, but I challenge and have always challenged the narrative that somehow those who have been historically marginalized are deserving of treatment like this. So finally you say something, you barely do that. But you were very bold. You were very intentional about saying this. Here it is.
Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country. It's backwards to fight discrimination with different types of discrimination. And it's wrong to try to use our painful past to dishonestly shut down debates in the present.
Senator Scott, you literally have admitted that the law now in Florida, as it relates to our children, our most precious and valuable resource, is racist. You did not boldly call out the racist who did it. You decided to ask him to provide clarity and told us everybody has a bad day. Wosny, thoughts?
You know, I saw a clip the other day of Dr. Cornel West on Fox News. He was on with Sean Hannity, and Hannity said, well, you know, even you, Dr. West, would agree that the Democrats are terrible. So why are blacks and other minorities so beholden to the Republican Party, to the Democratic Party? And what I would say to Hannity and those types of people who try to chastise black people for always voting Democrat, just showed him a clip of Tim Scott trying to explain Ron DeSantis' ridiculous comments. That's it. That's why people don't rock with y'all. That's it. It's that simple.
Yep. And if you want to go deeper, black people increase economically. Black people increase by way of education. Black people increase by way of household median income when Democrats occupy that White House. Now, not to the tune that we should, in my opinion, but it goes in the reverse when a Republican is at the helm. That's a policy dynamic that adversely impacts Black folk.